Good everyone, and welcome back to Apio Puzzles, where today I'm going to take on David Astor's cryptic from The Age and the Sydney Morning Herald today. Now, do this slightly against better judgment because I've been quite sick this week. Very annoyingly, I started a new job on Monday, and come Tuesday I had to call in sick, and I've been off all week. I had COVID a month ago, and now I've got something else. So it's been pretty messy, but I'm also going somewhat crazy, sitting here alone at home, and the weather outside is not conducive to a walk when in this state, so I thought I would have a go at the puzzle. Now, this is a themed cryptic today, so that can be good or bad in terms of difficulty. I think probably on average I find that a theme makes the puzzle easier, because once you crack it, it gives you some very significant pointers to solving various clues, which gets you a lot of crossing letters, which makes everything else easier. But that does depend on resolving what the theme is. So let's see how we go. Just a note that if you do like crossword content and Sudoku content, do subscribe. Click that subscribe button and let YouTube know that my channel's okay and that this kind of content is something that people generally like. Just a note actually on Sudoku, I yesterday posted a brilliant Sudoku by Marty Sears, the 7th in a series that he's been working on, and my 3rd of those on the channel, and it's well worth a watch. But back to matters, cruciverbal. Let's see what DA has in store for us today, and let's read this theme. So you can see it in the bottom right corner for clarity. As 5 across 18 downs, 13 answers lack a definition. All other clues are normal. So that's rather cryptic, which is rather appropriate. But let's see how we go. Now, miscreant. Golly, okay, this could be a difficult one. I'm starting to wonder whether this was the right idea, but stick with me, we'll get there. Sometimes we get a little run on. Reviews support what philosopher? So probably a philosopher as the definition. Reviews is often a reversal indicator, so a word for support going backwards, and maybe what as well. I think it's, yes, this is Hegel. So the what is EH, like the interjection, EH. Support is leg, and leg going backwards is, or leg going backwards is Hegel, who is a philosopher. So we've gotten something in the grid. We've got something going with 18 down, which is the 3rd letter of 4 in this word here, which is interesting. Let's see, 27 across. Blazing saddles, overleaf, I read. Somehow that feels like a hidden, and it is. I don't know why I thought that, but it just felt like it. I don't know. So we have a fire in the middle here, which is saddling this expression. That's a hidden indicator, and blazing is a fire. We're going to have to move further afield. Let's try a small clue. Actually, small clues are good here, particularly because if, Peron lasts in bygone Argentina, embodying victory. Yeah, so that actually is an easy clue. That's Eva. So Eva Peron is the definition. The last letters in bygone in Argentina are E and A, and they are embodying victory, which is abbreviated to V, which is an actual abbreviation. Just a note that it's worth always saying that you can't just abbreviate any word. Like you couldn't say bygone represents B, but victory does, because it's an abbreviation that is used in common speech. So 26 across with an and we haven't found any that don't have a definition yet. Poignant, revolutionary, book I have. Well, the revolutionary is often che. I don't think it's going to... where am I? I don't think it's going to start with that. Book I have. Okay, so this is going to be something like a motive. Yeah, okay, so revolutionary is acting as a reversal indicator for the word book, which is a tome going backwards here, and then I have is IVE, and poignant is a motive. So another another defined answer. Just while I'm on the 3-letter ones, let's do this 4 down. 111, okay. Books contents describe Twitter now. Well, Twitter now is X. I think this might be a non-defined word. This might be this. So books content would be the 2 O's in the middle of book. Describe, I think, can be a surrounder indicator or an inclusion indicator. Twitter now is X, and you get indeed, right. That is what it is. OXO. I was thinking it was a 3-letter word, but it's not. It's 111. So OXO is what you would put at the end of an email or a text. Hugs and kisses. And our theme was that, the theme clue, let me just come to it, was regards, perhaps, filming of Seed Battle. So OXO would be a version of regards at the end of something. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for terms that you would put at the end of a communication, I guess. Spoonerism. Spooner's sponge split. Well, this looks like it looks like a themed answer because we've got 2 words for the spoonerism and no word for a definition. So that's probably what's happening. Sponge split. To split can be to part. Otherwise, we're looking for a term that you would put at the end of a correspondence. Farewell is 1 word. Good luck. Ludguk. Sponge could be cake. Yeah, take care. Cake tear. Yeah, there we go. So sponge is cake, split is tear. Swap the first consonants, you get take care, which is our sign off. 14. Picked up scrap. This also, I think, will be a themed answer. Picked up is a homophone indicator, most likely, for a word meaning scrap. And that is going to be a farewell. Adieu. Oh no, that's not correct. It's a 5-letter close off. And scrap. Scrap can be a fight or a piece. Maybe. Yeah, that's a bit weird, but I think that might be it. So a scrap is a piece, P-I-E-C-E, spelt differently gives this piece, and that is a way of saying, of signing out, is saying peace. So I'm going to back that. Used heart at affirmative retreats. Oh, well, what if at and affirmative going backwards as well gives that? I don't think that means anything. Oh no, see ya. Right. So. Oh, right, okay, so used heart is S-E and affirmative is A-Y-E, and that's going backwards, and that's see ya undefined. Cool, okay, and that gives us the first letter here, although Will that be very helpful? I'd prefer a K or something to make it more distinct. Whispering drunk. Oh, and I thought I knew something about this one. Oh yeah, the champagne brand, yeah. Whispering drunk. A drunk is a sot, I think, or sotto even. Whispering could be a homophone indicator. Yeah, I can see that actually. To sit on very old. So very old is often V for very and O for old. Case of champagne could be the CE. Interesting. This is sotto voce. So good thing for wordplay, because I wouldn't have been able to get this straight from definition. But whispering is, in musical terms, is referred to as sotto voce. I'm pretty sure that's how it's spelled. Drunk is sotto, or sot maybe, and then two, or I think it is. I'm not sure actually. It doesn't really matter. It's either sotto or it's sot with the two included from the clue, and that's sitting on top of very old, and then the case letters of champagne, C and E. Lovely. 3 vowels down here is not what you want to see. A vowel here, also not very helpful. 19, what was that? Or have I not looked at it yet? And when I read this before, supply teacher had endless suffering. I didn't consider supply as instead of supply, and supply can be used as an anagram indicator. I think that might actually be what's going on. I think it's going to be teacher with HA and not the end letter of had. And then that all means suffering. Yeah, that's going to give us heartache. Very nice. So I was right about the ache. So that gives us the C. So, I mean, how is that not concise? I'm putting it in, but I don't know what the parsing of that is, and maybe we'll come back, or maybe you'll let me know in the comments. Let's try 13, which I don't think I've looked at, and we've got an H. In fact, well, yeah, it's in a pretty decent position because it's probably going to be the. So distribute nothing for ancient Greek city. Well, Greek city could be Athens, but ATHENS would not work. Distribute as an anagram indicator, and we've got 10 letters. Nothing for is 10 letters, but it doesn't have an E in it for the. Actually, what about all the best, just from our theme? Distribute nothing. Well, to distribute would be to a lot. We have to get rid of the O somehow. Ancient Greek city. Oh, that feels very likely just on the basis of the definition. But, yeah, I don't know about that. That's confusing. Well, it gives us a B there in theory. Yeah, bye for now. Okay, so how does this work? Quadruple, bye for now, backing gained. So gained is 1, going backwards. So bye for is synonymous with quadruple, and we're spelling it differently because of the reporter indicator. So all the best I wasn't sure about, but it has to be correct now. Bye for now is correct. And this down here is not a lot of good, unless we haven't looked at it yet. Oh, we haven't, so this might be okay. Food provided by Spring. The given letters aren't much help, but it's 8 letters single word. Food provided by spring. Yes, this is farewell. Food is fair, and that is next to spring, which is well, and farewell is one of our sayanaras. So so is this wheel? Oh yeah, a ring is a wheel, kind of. But then where's the wordplay here? Pronounced swelling in the ear, ring. Could that not be wheel? Is there any other possible word here? If it's an H, then I think it has to be wheel. And if it's not an H, then I think it would have to be a vowel. R doesn't work. A, E, I, O, U, and Y. I think that is wheel. We've got, I don't know what's going on there. Let's look at this 5, because surely we can. Regards, perhaps. Filming of sea battle. Oh, did I not consider... I didn't consider an anagram of filming of sea. Because that gives us... Yeah, we've got all the letters there. Ah, okay. That's going to be what's going on here. So... I had thought logs off, but there's only one O and we're using it in off, so it's not that. So what is this word here? This has to be a vowel. The vowels we've got are I's, E's, and A's. Oh no, yeah, this is sign off. So that is, so what's this, like email sign off? Yes, okay, finally, right. So that's going to presumably give us quite a bit, because there were a few clues that referred to this as well. Start to make a perverse joke, stop being a wimp. So it is start to make for M. A probably for A. Perverse joke. And the whole thing means stop being a man up. 3-2. I think I'd been thinking that was a single word. But perverse joke is a pun, which is going... sorry, a joke is a pun. Perverse means going backwards. And stop being a wimp is man up. Very nice. We've still got 11 across looking like an anagram, but 7 down. Shabby email involves vacant land. Yeah. Email with a N in it. And it's 3-4. L. If there were 2 L's, maybe. Oh, it's vacant land, so it's not the AN, it's the LD. So that's actually not, that's ill-made, which is shabby. I forgot the presence of the word shabby. So email and LD from vacant land, and we are... I'm just thinking though, that's a bit weird because there's no anagram indicator except for shabby itself. I think that's what I was thinking. Shabby was the indicator, but ill-made is the answer. So maybe shabby is acting as 2 things. Yeah, I mean that must be what it is. And this, yeah, this is looking still like it's got the letters for the anagram. Cannon's rival tackled non-PC complaint. So NLA. So what do we have? Omlaint, NLA, omit. So Minolta. Oh, so it's Canon as in the camera brand. Okay, that's nice. Suddenly there's a real flurry. This was this funny one. Seen, lacy, if, woven. And what I hadn't considered with this was, why is it in brackets? It still looks like an anagram. 6-4. with the M up there, this first letter, if it's an S, smiley face. Now, why is that in brackets? I mean, I suppose because it's not really a word. It's an emoji. Yeah, curious that. But anyway, we've gotten there. This one, 15, looks promising with the L and the Y. And I haven't looked at it. Lanyard given to one mate. Well, mate is almost always going to be ally in this instance. This could be like cordially. Yes. Cord is a lanyard. One is I and mate is ally. So cordially. Very nice. 15 down. About touchy miscreant. 5-3. And again, I thought this was a single word. I've got to get my head in the game with these. I've been making that mistake a lot lately. So about maybe CA. Might be catch you. So about for CA. Oh yeah, touchy is an anagram. Miscreant being the indicator for that. And catch you is our definition. So wow, this is really taken off. Rambling Rose not. So this does look like an anagram still. 11-tine flower. We still need R, E, N, and T. Where's the E? Presumably here. Possibly not. R, N, T. Oronets, orotens, honorets. Let's see if we can make some sense of 22 down. Ho, and we know what letters are possible here anyway. So hose head from froth. That's annoying. Later. So it probably is Orontes. Later, I just think because of the theme, and hose head from froth. So lather, the head of hose, H, taken from the word lather to give later. Cool. 17 across. Gull leaves fights for big matches. 5 letters. Fights could be tussles. But what's the gull? Tests. That seems likely. A big cricket match is a test. Fights. Contests. And gull. Is a con a gull? Protests. So there's a few words that could be there. Protests, contests, attests. None of them seem to mean gull, but maybe one of them does, as in the first few letters that we're removing. What about if this is soon? We would need probably a word for bird with ending in OON. And then this would be birds at the beginning. Well, talk soon. Or chat soon. Maybe talk soon. 3 down with an S. Apologies covering. Oh, well, maybe that is just sorries. What's this going to be though? It's so sorceries. Okay, so it is sorries surrounding CE, the extreme letters, of course, for acts of magic sorceries. 1 down. Sound regatta competitor. They crow. Is a regatta specific to rowing? Ah. This will be chat, I think. Oops. So yeah, this is Cox, as in C-O-X, the regatta competitor, sounded out loud, spelt differently as C-O-C-K-S, which is the birds, which whose sound is to crow. Nice. So we're really closing in. This could be solved in the end. Jupiter's moon to brighten in the west. Well, it does look like it's going to be Jupiter's moon. No, it's not. It's going to be cheerio. I don't think I know what to brighten is to cheer. But that's interesting. Oh, I see. So Io is Jupiter's moon. And then cheer is brighten, and that's on the west side of the answer, and cheerio is our undefined final answer. Contrary email, omitted a formal creep. So I think 9 letters. Email omitted A would give EMIL. Looking for anagram fodder, but there's no S, so that's not what's going on. Emails. Sorry. So EMILS. Then we only need 4 more letters. So what's formal creep? Oh, well, I guess creep would be the definition if there is one. So something like that. Slime ball. Good. So emails without the A gives emils. That's contrary, so it's rearranged to slime. Ball is a formal, and creep is a slime ball. So we have actually made it to the end. I'm quite surprised because I really was losing faith at a number of points. Studio had previous listener removed. This is, I guess, is Italia. Now, how does that work? So a studio is Natalia. Is that? I wonder if had is 8. If you ate a cake, you had a cake. Yeah, I can't quite tell what's happening there. So I'm going to leave it there. There was one other one that I was confused about there's probably a few actually that I was confused about the wordplay, but I forget what it was, and I'm not going to dally too much longer. So do feel free to comment if you have any more info. Thank you so much for being with me, and I will see you for the next puzzle.